Welcome to Cartoons and Stories '01, where exciting adventures and fun cartoons come to life. Get ready for a world of imagination.
Welcome to the exciting adventure of King Kong. Today, we're going to tell you a story about the greatest heist the world has ever seen. But don't worry, it's not just about stealing. It's about friendship and teamwork too. In a big, bustling city, where skyscrapers touch the sky and cars zoom by, a group of sneaky thieves had a plan. They wanted to steal the world's most valuable treasures. These thieves were very clever. They knew they needed a distraction to pull off their big heist. And what could be a better distraction than the mighty King Kong? Meanwhile, on a mysterious island far away, King Kong was living his best life. He loved his home and the friends he made there. One day, while exploring the island, Kong stumbled upon a strange object. It was a map, and on this map he saw the city where the thieves were planning their heist. Kong was curious. He wondered what this map meant and why it showed the city. So he decided to go and find out. Kong traveled across the sea to the city. As he arrived, everyone was shocked to see the giant ape standing among the skyscrapers. The thieves were surprised but happy to see Kong. They thought, perfect, now we have our distraction. The thieves started their plan. They snuck into museums and banks, while Kong roamed the streets, causing a commotion. But what the thieves didn't know was that a clever detective was watching Kong. This detective had a plan to stop the thieves and thought Kong could help. The detective approached Kong and explained the situation. Kong was smart and understood that he was being used. He decided to team up with the detective to catch the thieves. Together, Kong and the detective started to follow the thieves. Kong used his strength to lift cars and buildings to get a better view, while the detective used his brains to track them down. Their first clue was a piece of torn fabric caught in a window. The detective examined it carefully and said, "This fabric comes from a very expensive suit." Kong and the detective followed the clue to a fancy store. Inside, they found a hidden room where the thieves were hiding some of the stolen treasures. Kong used his incredible strength to break into the room. The thieves were shocked to see him and the detective, but the thieves were quick. They escaped through a secret door, leaving Kong and the detective to chase after them. The chase was on. Kong ran through the streets, smashing cars and jumping over buildings. The detective followed closely behind in a police car. As they chased the thieves, they found another clue, a small key hidden in a trash can. The detective said this key might unlock a very important door. The key led them to an old warehouse on the outskirts of the city. Inside, they found a huge stash of stolen treasures, but the thieves were waiting for them. They had set a trap, hoping to catch Kong and the detective. Kong was quick thinking. He used his strength to hold up the falling debris and protect the detective. The detective had an idea. He used his radio to call for backup, and soon the police arrived to surround the warehouse. The thieves realized they were trapped. They surrendered, and the police took them away. Kong and the detective worked together to return all the stolen treasures to their rightful owners. The city was grateful to Kong for his help. They celebrated him as a hero, and Kong felt proud of what he had done. The detective thanked Kong for his bravery and strength. He said, "You're not just a giant ape, you're a true friend and hero." After the celebration, Kong decided it was time to return home to his island. He said goodbye to the detective and the people of the city. Kong traveled back across the sea, feeling happy and content. He knew he had made a difference in the world. As Kong returned to his island, his friends welcomed him back with open arms. They were proud of his adventure and the hero he had become. Kong told his friends all about his adventure in the city. They listened with wide eyes, amazed by his bravery. The island creatures celebrated Kong's heroism with a big party. They danced and sang, and Kong felt loved and appreciated. Kong reflected on his adventure. He realized that even though he was big and strong, he needed friends and teamwork to achieve great things. Months later, the detective visited Kong on the island. He brought gifts and stories of the city, and Kong was happy to see his friend again. The detective and Kong talked about having more adventures together. They wanted to explore the world and help those in need. Kong had a dream to use his strength for good, to protect his island and the world from harm. And with the detective by his side, he knew anything was possible. Kong made sure his island was safe and secure. He used his strength to build strong shelters and protect his friends from any danger. As time passed, Kong became a legend. People from all over the world heard stories of the giant ape who helped stop the Great Heist. Many visitors came to the island to meet Kong. They were amazed by his size and strength, but also by his kindness and heart. Kong's friendship with the detective grew stronger. They would meet regularly to plan new adventures and share stories. The detective introduced Kong to his family. They were initially scared, but soon grew to love Kong like a member of their family. Kong would often join the detective and his family on outings. They would go to the park or the beach, and Kong would play games with the kids. Kong loved playing games. He would gently toss balls and frisbees, making sure not to use too much strength. One day, Kong decided to cook dinner for the detective's family. He made a huge feast, but things got a bit messy in the kitchen. Despite the mess, everyone enjoyed Kong's cooking. They laughed and had a great time together. Kong discovered he had a talent for painting. He created beautiful artwork using giant brushes and vibrant colors. The detective organized an art show for Kong's paintings. People from all over came to see the giant ape's artwork. Kong became famous not just for stopping the heist, but also for his art. He was known as the gentle giant with a creative heart. Kong's heart was full of kindness and love. He used his fame to help others, supporting charities and protecting the environment. As the years went by, Kong continued to have many adventures with the detective. They traveled the world, solving mysteries and making new friends. Kong's legacy lived on. He was remembered as a hero who used his strength for good and brought joy to everyone around him.